Good evening, students. This is a review of Unit 14. Take a break. Okay, first we are going to talk about the vocabulary, vacation activities. As you could see in the previous class, we were talking about these activities. For example, go scuba diving, taste local food, go hiking, visit ancient ruins, buy souvenirs, sunbathe, go camping, and explore caves. We were talking about these tense, the present perfect simple. We use the present perfect simple to talk about experiences or actions in the past, but we don't mention when exactly. For example, I have painted my house. As you can see, this was the before and this is the after. What happened? I have painted my house. So, this is an evidence in the present. My house is different now. I have bought a new car. She has finished her career. My sister has had a baby. Jose has visited Bolivia twice. They have eaten sushi. We have been to Ecuador before. As you can see, in the present perfect simple, we use the auxiliary have or has and the verb in past participle. It is important to consider that, okay? This is the structure for positive sentences. The subject, the auxiliary have or has, the verb in past participle form. For example, I have finished my homework. Maria has lived in Japan for many years. It has rained a lot. My friend has gone to the supermarket. Anna has changed her hairstyle. These are examples with something that passed in the past but has evidence or something is obvious in the present. We also can use the present perfect simple to talk about experiences. For example, we have been to Iquitos. Yes, it was an experience. The teacher has traveled to Argentina. The students have been to Europe. Experiences. Okay? Have been, has traveled, have been. Okay. Then we are going to consider the verbs. Okay? For regular verbs, the past participle is with ed. Base form work, past simple worked, past participle worked. Okay, another example. Finish, past simple finished, past participle finished. Then we have the other group, irregular verbs. In this case it is different. For example, in the base form go, in past simple went, in past participle gone. Another verb, the verb be, base form be, past simple was were, past participle being. Negative sentences. We are going to use this structure. Subject, the auxiliary in negative haven't or hasn't, and then the verb in past participle. As you can see here, verb in past participle. Okay? For example, we haven't finished the online course. I haven't been to Brazil. She hasn't bought a house yet. It hasn't rained today. Jose hasn't met Pastor Guillaume. Questions. For questions, we have the auxiliary have or has at the beginning, then the subject, and then the verb in the past participle form. For example, have you finished college? Yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Has Jose met Pastor Guillaume? No, he hasn't. Has my brother lived in Lima? Yes, he has. We also have WH questions or information questions. The structure is WH word plus the auxiliary have or has plus the subject plus the verb in the past participle form. For example, where have you lived before? I have lived in Ecuador. What has Sheila bought from the store? She has bought fruit. How long has he traveled? He has traveled for 4 hours. Why have they stayed home? Because they are sick. These are the time expressions for the present perfect simple. Always, ever, never, before, yet, already, once, twice, etc. This is a common expression for present perfect simple, ever. We can use ever in questions. For example, have you ever traveled by train? ¿Alguna vez has viajado tú en tren? Ever, alguna vez. We can also use never with present perfect simple. For example, I have never been to Hilo. Yo nunca he estado en Hilo. We use yet in negative sentences and interrogative sentences. Negative. She hasn't eaten lunch yet. Ella no ha almorzado todavía. O ella aún no ha almorzado. Yet. Aún. Todavía. Interrogative. Has she eaten yet? ¿Aún no ha comido ella? Has she eaten yet? In questions and negative sentences, we place yet at the end of the sentence. En preguntas y en oraciones negativas, ubicamos la palabra yet al final de la oración. The next word is already. Already. We use already in positive sentences. I have already finished college. I have already finished college. Yo ya he terminado la universidad. We sometimes use already in questions when something happens before it was expected. When something happened before it was expected. A veces utilizamos el already en preguntas, cuando algo sucede mucho antes de lo esperado. Have you returned already? ¿Ya has regresado? The following is a group of irregular verbs in infinitive form, past simple, and past participle. We have to study and memorize these lists. The next part is the present perfect simple versus past simple. You have to remember that present perfect simple describes something that happened or started in the past and can have an evidence in the present. Or you can use present perfect simple in order to describe an experience. On the other hand, the past simple is used to talk about completed actions in the past at a definite point. Completed actions in the past at a definite point. It is common to mention when, but in present perfect simple, we do not mention when. It is not important. Some time expressions that we use for present perfect simple are always, ever, never, today, before, yet for negative and interrogative, already for positive, once, twice, many times, etc. In past simple, we use these expressions: yesterday, last week, last month, last year, etc. A week ago, a month ago, a year ago, etc. In 1987, in 2012, etc. When I was a child, when I was in school, when I was 10, etc. The following exercises are in order to practice present perfect simple or past simple. You have to identify which one is the correct tense to use in every sentence. For example, in sentence number 1. Last week. This is a definite point in the past. So this is past simple. Did she go to school last week? In sentence number 2, we have the expression yet. Yet is for present perfect simple. So we say we haven't cooked yet. Number 3, always. Always is for present perfect simple. I have always wanted to have a car. Number 4, last year Joseph bought a car. Last year is a definite point in past. Last year. This is past simple. When I was in school, I played volleyball. When I was in school. As you can see, the expression when I was is for past simple. Number 6. Today we have worked a lot. As you can see, the expression today is commonly used in present perfect simple. Number 7. They moved 3 days ago. 3 days ago. The expression ago is commonly used in past simple. Next, Alice have been to the US twice. Present perfect simple. Number 9. She was in Florida last month. Past simple. That's it. I hope you can practice what we have been studying. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.